So the Game Awards are fast approaching, and now's the time to show appreciation to the game that took the biggest toll on your marriage, or I guess this year helped you cope the most with the lack of money and things to do. Now we all know what masterpiece of a video game is going to get the Game of the Year award. Movement has been perfected, the combat is glorious, story's exactly what we got from its predecessor, just even better, and it's all around exactly what we expected. And of course, you guys all know what game I'm talking about. Last of Us 2. The amount of passion, the amount of memes, the amount of attention, you could say, that the voice actors got for the performance in this game. The fact that this game also hit about 90% of the categories in the Game Awards, it kind of says a lot. And what it blatantly says is that Sony's willing to pay anybody off to get this game in damn near every category. I mean, would you really consider this an action-adventure game? Best indie game? It might win that category. I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably be the only one it'll win.
You make me want to go back outside into that blizzard. Don't want to stopping you. This better be better than a 6.
I give this a 6.5. I also don't know why they're whispering. Oh fuck, I left the stove on. But if you guys want to vote for your favorite games, I'll leave that link down in the description. I was going to do a video going over every one of my choices, but to be honest with you, I only really care about Game of the Year, which my top 2 picks there would be either Ghost of Tsushima or Doom, or even Hades. The fact that an indie game can hit that level of recognition, I think it should win that. Ghost of Tsushima also should be disqualified, just like The Last of Us, simply because I don't agree with exclusives being Game of the Year. And then I guess the other ones I would care about would be best mobile game. I don't know. These are categories I frankly wouldn't vote on myself. I mean, art direction, music, narrative, yeah, I guess those things are important, but my thing would be the other way around. It'd be like Game of the Year, Doom Eternal, game that took the longest to release DLC, Doom Eternal, game that got the most delays this year is Cyberpunk, or Doom Eternal on Switch, game that's probably going to be nowhere near as good as everyone's making it out to be, Cyberpunk, a game that'll probably never get released, Dying Light 2, the game that pissed off their fans the most, The Last of Us 2, game that's most likely to make your PC explode, Minecraft RTX, the game that's now your entire hard drive, any Call of Duty, just pick one. I don't know, I feel like running straight on into all the BS this year would actually be more enjoyable in terms of Game Awards, but besides Doom Eternal, I wanted to go over some of the games that I've been playing recently. In terms of indie games, I've been playing a lot of Ultra Kill, which if you guys haven't played that game off of Steam, 100% worth it. I highly recommend it. It's still technically in early access, and the rest of it isn't set to release until the end of 2021, which goddamn, that's long. But right now you can pick it up for like 15 bucks, and when the game launches in its full state, the price is definitely going to spike. And with Cybergrind, there's a little bit more replayability there. Another indie game that I've been spending a lot of time in recently is Second Extinction, which is 25 bucks on Steam. To be honest with you, it's not worth that much at all. 15 bucks, it's a steal. $20 I think is perfect. 25, I mean, here I am complaining over $5 again. But gunplay, graphics, movement is really good in this game. My issue with it is a lot of it seems very repetitive. In its current state, you get to play as 4 heroes. Some weapon types are locked to specific heroes. Like for instance, if you want to play with the minigun, you do have to play as, I think the hero's name is Rosa or Rosie. But you have 4 heroes, 10 weapons. Each weapon can be upgraded. You have 6 missions across 7 regions, and they claim that there's 12 side missions, but the way that this game really is that it's an online FPS, and the point of this game is you're trying to retake the Earth from a bunch of dinosaurs. The game is also misleading. If you look at the Steam page, it claims that it's single player, but you can play with up to 2 other people. And you guys get thrown into this open world type of map, and you have, of course, that main objective to complete, but that side mission that they were talking about was, let's say, as you're going towards the main objective, you notice that there's a supply crate nearby or some dinosaur nests that you can take out for extra resources. You can deviate, do that stuff, and that'll give you more things to help you upgrade your guns. And it's extremely fast paced. There's a lot of dodging movement. You can't run and reload in this game also, so a good alternative is instead you gotta back pace and hit your dodge button, which is essentially a backwards dash, and the gunplay is very addicting. And like I said, it looks great. My issues with the game is it's very repetitive. There's no way to communicate with your teammates, so there's no text chat, there's no voice chat. The only way you can communicate is a ping system, which is very minimal. Also, can't kick anyone that's AFK, which is so bad because you need all the players in certain situations to progress forward, and if someone's AFK, then you're basically SOL for the rest of that game. The game also reminds me a lot of Apex Legends, just based off the chat and your abilities and I don't know, just the overall vibe of the game. But it just launched in October, so I'm hoping with time it's gonna get even more support and it's gonna get a lot better. As of right now, it's got a good foundation, but it's the very early days, so it's still a little somewhat bare bones. Beyond that, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which very surprised that I'm actually enjoying this game. I don't know, Assassin's Creed is such a 180 from any FPS game, but I guess the fact that I haven't played any of these games in years, and this was actually my first official big AAA buy on PC, I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it. And as much as I hate to say it, Call of Duty actually made a halfway decent game this year, by their standards. So not great standards, but if you're expecting Call of Duty standards, then a solid B-. Not enough fish AI. What else have I been playing? I mean, this year's been kind of meh for me. I was looking forward to Dying Light 2 of all games. You know, everyone's talking about Cyberpunk and Animal Crossing, I guess. I don't know. I was looking forward most to Dying Light 2. We got the delay at the very last second at the beginning of this year, then COVID hit, and who the fuck knows what's going on now. I mean, I don't know what to believe. There was the lead game designer coming out saying, yeah, it's gonna be out by the end of 2020 for sure. Then they went quiet again, and then there was some sexual allegations that went public, and then there was some leaked information about the game nowhere near being done, and then Techland came out and said, shut up, that's not true, here, enjoy this DLC while we focus on Dying Light 2. So I don't know, fingers crossed we hear something about that soon. But to finish this off on a complete 180, for the actual Game Awards, my two real votes for best narrative would go to Ghost of Tsushima, and then Game of the Year, as biased and as cliche as this might sound, it would have to go to Doom Eternal. Sound design, gameplay, and the overall experience is just something no other game was able to deliver for me this year. A single player game that I done beat 1,000 times with nothing changing between those levels, besides how I decided to deal with the enemies that I was facing, kept me content for about 6 to 7 months. For the most part, I mean, it was really the only thing I was playing, and not too many games are capable of doing that, even multiplayer games. Whether out of frustration or boredom, it's very easy for me to move on and kind of give the game a finger. But let me know what you guys think. What have you guys been playing recently? What have you been investing a lot of your time into this last year? Or even are you going to be watching the Game Awards when they go live December 10th? Anyways, I'm going to go finish up these videos that are about 3 weeks late at this point, but until next time, see y'all later.